when I can say, you know what, I hate this job. I don't want to work it anymore. And you know what? I'm not going to work it anymore. You know why? Because I don't have to. I have money in the bank and I don't have a bunch of debts that I owe people. Come on. Doesn't that sound amazing? That is true freedom. And I'm starting a new YouTube channel, but I really wanted to make a YouTube channel to talk about how I paid off 60 grand worth of debt in 2 years. 60 grand worth of debt. 60 grand worth of debt in 2 years. I posted this on my Instagram stories, and I got a ton of responses in my inbox, which really let me know that people are very interested in this and they wanted to know how I was able to do it. And that's why I decided to drop this video, because I got some stuff that I want to share. So essentially, how do I break this down? Where do I begin, honey? Okay. Firstly, my biggest advice to anybody who's trying to pay off debt and pay it off quickly is to really get motivated. You have to determine why this is so important to you, because without that why, in those tough times, it's going to be hard, to exercise that self-control when it comes to spending, when it comes to saying no. I have a ton of reasons why this is important for me, so let me just go ahead and name a few. Number one, it is anxiety provoking for me. It is very stressful to have bills constantly coming in the mail and feeling like I have a hard time staying on top of them. I imagine a day, and y'all can tell me if I'm naive or crazy, but I just do. I imagine a day where there aren't a whole bunch of bills coming in the mail, that I don't owe anybody a whole bunch of money. And that, to me, that equals freedom. That's what freedom looks like. That's when I can say, you know what, I hate this job. I don't want to work it anymore. And you know what? I'm not going to work it anymore. You know why? Because I don't have to. I have money in the bank and I don't have a bunch of debts that I owe people. Come on. Doesn't that sound amazing? That is true freedom. I also imagine a day that perhaps I might want to go part-time or maybe even stay home. I have a 1-year-old and he's amazing and I love him. And you know what? I send him to daycare every single day as I go work 40 plus hours a week for someone else, because I have to. Because at the end of the day, I got to pay my mortgage, I have to pay my student loans, I have to pay my ABC, whatever that equals. And it means that I don't have the means to be able to spend as much time with him as I want. And I hate that. I'd like to do things on my terms. So yeah, being debt-free, being financially independent, that for me equals more freedom to do the things that I truly care about. Honestly, the whole student loan, it's a crisis right now, right? That's what the government is calling it. They're calling it a bubble that's soon to burst. It is so stressful for people to have. And for us, we have 6 figures of student loan debt. And yeah, it feels heavy. Bruh, sis, I imagine that I'm literally going to live longer because I have less stress from all the student loans that I owe. Like, you need a budget. You absolutely, absolutely need a budget. And it needs to be written. It needs to be something that you can see and that you can stick to. So if you're interested in the spreadsheets that I use to help keep me organized and paying off debt, just hit me up in the comments. I haven't exactly figured out how to extract them and upload them and send them, but I will. That'll be a part of my goal to-do list. So just let me know if that's something you're interested. I absolutely will send that to you. It's the skeleton, it's the blueprint, that budget, and not just having the budget, but sticking to the budget and making it work for you. Man, you will do a ton with just that alone. My husband and I, we use Excel spreadsheets to help keep us organized, but before we did, let me tell you what we use. We use something that looked just like this. A book, a pen. Every dollar needs to have a name, budget down to the dollar. Whatever is left over goes to debt. After you pay your bills, after you've pay for food, your housing, clothes, all of that. Prayerfully, you'll have some money left over. And once you do, that money goes to debt. It's worked really well for us. It's how we have paid off all of our credit cards. Both of our cars are paid for. We just paid off our debts, smallest to largest. And that's pretty much how we got where we are today and how we're ultimately going to be debt free. Okay, so now that you know why you want to be debt free and ultimately financially independent, you have to get your income up. And I'm going to do a whole nother separate video called Side Hustles That Worked for Me. At one point, you know, I shared this with some people in my inbox, but at one point I had 4 jobs. I did. I was renting out a room in my home on Airbnb. I was babysitting for $25 an hour because, hey, honestly, excellent nannies, they carry a pretty high price tag. People want to be able to trust the person that's with their kid, and they're going to pay for it. That, cumulatively, I was bringing home an extra $1,500 a month. My husband has done Uber on the side. I mean, there are so many side hustles out there. And so I'm going to do a whole separate side hustle video where I share with you what works, and I've tried some things that doesn't work, so I'll also be sharing that with you. You let me know down in the comments below if that's something that you'd be interested in. I just want to continue on getting expenses down, and honestly I could do a whole nother video on this because I have learned these tricks to really get our expenses down. $100 of groceries a week for 3 people. That's where we're at. I mean, here are a few nuggets. Shop at Aldi. We do a little bit of couponing. Food is a huge place that people blow their budgets completely, and I'm guilty as well, due to overconsumption. When you truly have money, the food will taste better. You know, my husband and I, we still occasionally will go out. Yeah, we can go to Chipotle and split a burrito bowl. He gets his own tortilla, I get my own tortilla. We both, you know, turn that into 2 different burritos and we're satisfied. $7. Clothes is another place where people blow their budget out of proportion, all because they are trying to keep up with the latest trends. You can buy amazing clothes, beautiful stuff from consignment shops. My son, I have a 1-year-old, and let me tell you, he is not a small 1-year-old. He is definitely on the chubbier side. He grows out of his clothes like this. Every month it's time to buy him clothes. I'm not blowing my budget on clothes for a kid who's gonna wear it for 2 weeks. So I personally love Once Upon a Child. I will shop their clearance racks. I will shop when they have sales. I buy his tops for $1 and his pants for $1. And that's that. He grows out of that. My feelings aren't so hurt. I only spent $2 on his outfit. You know what I mean? Okay. Because babies, children, they will blow your budget. Don't let them. Don't let them. Learn to say no. My friends, my family, they call me a penny pincher. I've been called cheap. And the reason is because I have a goal and I have learned to say no. I can't afford that. I can't do that right now. That's not important to me at this moment. I have things that I have to accomplish. And you know what? Honestly, if they're your real friends and if they are in your life for the right reasons, they will totally be supportive and they will be down. But you have to surround yourself with like-minded people, and that will help you to stay motivated. If you are surrounding yourself with people who love to spend money, it's going to make it harder. And it's easier to burn out. And please don't burn out. I'm determined to get there, even if I get there by myself. This is wildly important to me. So I hope that you're able to find even an ounce of motivation. Really determine what your why is. Buckle up. I want you to join this ride. Be my accountability partner. If you're in this with me, I'm in this with you. Join me as I try to pay off $10K by the end of this year. And the sky's the limit. I am a certified gold digger, and I just got goals. # goals. I got places I'm trying to go.